Top silliest moments in the Gospels. We'll start with those that are kind of silly, and then work our way up to the ones that are completely ridiculous. Number 6. Jesus gets power stolen from him. In this story, Jesus was with his disciples on his way to heal the daughter of a Jewish leader. As he walked among the crowd, a woman who had been sick decides to sneak up behind Jesus and touch his clothes. After she touches him, Jesus turns around and says, "Who was it that touched me? I felt power has gone out from me." The woman then starts trembling and admits having touched Jesus. He then says, "Your faith has saved you," and declares her to be healed. So at least the story has a happy ending. The weird part is how the woman somehow managed to steal power from Jesus without his conscious action. Was she like Rogue from X-Men or something? The whole thing sounds kinda silly to me. Number 5. A guy runs away naked. This story can be found in the Gospel of Mark. After they arrest Jesus, one guy was following Jesus, and he had nothing but a linen cloth around his body. The guard moved in to seize him. What happens here is hilarious. The text says, "And they seized him, but he left the linen cloth and ran away naked." Can you imagine the guy running butt naked all the way to his house? It must have been pretty funny.
Huh? Nudist beach? This sign gave me an idea. Where did he go? Oh, I don't know. Looks like he's gone. I knew they wouldn't find me behind the sign.
Number 4. Jesus gets mad at a fig tree. This is a famous story. Jesus was leaving Bethany with his disciples when he suddenly gets hungry.
Has any of you seen a McDonald's around here?
In the distance, he manages to see a fig tree. When he gets close to take a fruit, however, he realizes that there's no fruit on the tree because it wasn't fig season. What happens next is truly bizarre. Jesus gets really angry at the tree.
Stupid tree! Why don't you have any fruit?
Then he pulls out his magic wand and kills it.
Abracadabra!
The next day, the disciples walk past this spot and they're like, "Dude, look at how the tree withered. This is completely ridiculous. How can anyone possibly get mad at a tree?" The text says it wasn't even fig season, so what else did Jesus expect? What's next? Getting mad at a Christmas tree because it has the wrong kind of decorations? It's all pretty dumb. Number 3. Jesus puts demons inside of pigs. This happens in the country of Gerasenes. There was someone that was possessed by demons and lived among tombs. Jesus arrives there in order to expel the demons. Right when he's about to do that, they asked him permission to enter a nearby herd of pigs, and he said yes.
In the name of myself, I compel you to leave.
After leaving the man, the demons enter the pigs who were eating on the hillside, creating some kind of demonic super pigs. Before you lose sleep over this, let me tell you what happened next. The pigs went and threw themselves off a cliff, and they exploded. Okay, they didn't explode, but they drowned and died, so they're no longer around. Number 2. Jesus rides 2 donkeys. This story is so silly that it's very commonly mentioned by atheists. Jesus and his followers were about to enter Jerusalem. He told them, "Go into the village in front of you and you'll find a donkey tied and a colt. Untie them and bring them to me." They did as they were told and brought the animals to Jesus. The author of Matthew wants to fulfill a prophecy that says, "Behold, your king's coming to you, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a beast of burden." So he has Jesus somehow sitting on both donkeys. Matthew says, "They brought the donkey and the colt and put on them their cloaks, and he sat on them." The real question here is, how exactly did Jesus manage to sit on 2 donkeys at the same time? Was it like this? Or maybe like this? Or even something like this? I guess we'll never know. Before we mention number 1, please click the subscribe button. My channel's still small, so it would really be a big help. Thanks. Number 1. The resurrection of the saints on Matthew. Out of all the events in the New Testament, this is probably the craziest one. The event happens during the crucifixion, right after Jesus dies. The Bible says that the sky went dark and a massive earthquake shook the earth. What happens next is unbelievable. According to Matthew, the bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. So basically, a bunch of zombies spawned into the city right after Jesus died. Amazing. What's even more amazing is that not one single historian back then wrote about such an extraordinary event. My guess is that maybe someone was about to write this all down, but one of the zombies suddenly ate his head.
Brains. I must warn you that I'm a Christian apologist. Brains.
So, there you go. These were the top silliest moments in the Gospels, explained with cartoons. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to support the channel. See you next time!